everybody, I'm Type 1 Dragon, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3 Tours and Tournaments, Swedish Crown. It has been a while, I will admit, and I do apologize for that. Work, life, and... there's Northern Lords music. Work, life, and my own exhaustion has just gotten to the better of me, and again, I do apologize for not putting out an episode of this series for the past 2 weeks. But I'm back again, and we're going to start off with a little historical fact. This time with the Great Northern War. So, Germany and France know the mountain of a molehill that is invading Russia in the winter. Most people know this fact, it's taught in most history classes. But what's not taught in a lot of history classes, as far as I know, especially the ones that I've had, Sweden has learned this lesson as well. In fact, the Swedish Empire that came from Carl Gustav Adolphus. It came to an end as a direct result from Sweden in trying to invade Russia during the early 1700s, during the Great Northern War, after which Sweden will remain relatively neutral for over 200 years. That is until they decided to join NATO as of recently. But I'm not getting into that. That is an entirely different topic, and on this channel for this series we try to tell stories through history or our own making. And that is a story that is very much well developing. And moving on to try not get my channel flagged in any way. The Great Northern War was a coalition war of Russia, Denmark, Saxony, and the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, aka Poland, against the Swedish Empire led by King Charles XII, aka Carlos Rex. The war began when Carlos took the throne at the age of 15. At that time, the Swedish Empire was a dominant force in Northern Europe, and seeing an opportunity, the coalition struck. The war lasted from 1700 to 1721. After the Battle of Poltava, Carlos would retreat to Sweden and later fight in Norway at the siege of Fredrikstad in 1718, where he would be killed. The war officially came to an end in 1721 with the Treaty of Nystad. I think I'm saying that right, Nystad, reducing Sweden's control in the Baltic and Pomerania. The direct aftermath of the war left a power vacuum in Europe, mainly Northern Europe, a vacuum Russia filled, and this would lead to Sweden's Age of Liberty. So, to give a scoop of what all that was, Sweden controlled pretty much all of this region up here, save for parts of this territory and this territory. They pretty much had complete control of the Baltic Sea area. They had control of Pomerania. They had control of some territory over here. They had complete control of the Baltics, and they were marching into Russia. And Poltava was a battle fought in modern day Ukraine, so somewhere around this area here. And the fact that Sweden was such a huge power, the end of the war directly led to a power vacuum, tells how strong Sweden was. They completely knocked out Poland from the war. They pretty much had Denmark on their heels. The only real threats were Prussia, aka Germany, and Russia. In fact, if Carlos Rex, after defeating the Polish, signed a treaty ending the war to consolidate his power base, the Swedish Empire most likely would have continued on to this day. It's not a guarantee, but they would have continued on much further than what they did and would have established a much more permanent basis. In fact, the fact that the direct aftermath of this war, the Great Northern War, left Sweden, affected Sweden so much, they became neutral for over 200 years. Pretty much over 300 years, actually. They were neutral. Sure, they might have fought here and there, and they might have given aid here and there, but for the most part, they were a neutral country, them in Finland. Until recently, as we all know. But that was today's little historical fact, and where we left off last time, we were going to a tournament held by King Magnus II of Norway and Ytri Namodia. And we still have a slight little problem of having no male heirs, even though it's supposed to be a 50-50 chance. Luckily, my wife, Queen Bonna, is 36, and I looked it up. At this age, 36 to 40, there's a 50-50% chance of her getting pregnant again. Hopefully, we could do something about it by raising our fertility stat, which I wish I could honestly see. Just like a little thing that shows, hey, this is how much fertility you got, or something or other. Let's see, I think we're swaying him. Do we have some inventory stuff that can help us with fertility? No. Oh, we're about to get a next perk, so go grab strategist. And then probably switch over to family focus. Let's see. Yeah, temptation or family focus. I think family focus would be better. But first things first, let's continue on with this tournament. Grand Tournament, a fresh start. My fellow attendee, King Magnus, is hosting a grand tournament competition in the vicinity of Namidflika, and time has come for us to depart. We shall represent the House of Stenkil and make the Swedish people proud. While we are there, we should also seize the opportunity to experience the Norwegian culture. I can't wait. Our friends to the west. Of travels to come. Journeying through Uppsala, I passed by a peculiar-looking tent, displayed open with its yet more peculiar-looking occupant inside. Come in, almighty king. I can tell you how many miles to go, and I can offer you a reading of your future travels for a modest price. The strange man has piqued the interest of my entourage, but am I willing to pay for a reading? Let's see, this man is Asatru. Samund. Let's see, pay 20 gold, 50 chance I get good travel omen, 50 chance I get bad travel omen. I just say I'm not interested, or seal the tent and have this witch bird. Eric. I gain stress because I'm wrathful? Aren't I supposed to lose stress because I'm wrathful? Let's see. Eric is quick to anger and fury. Dude. I'm not interested. Speaking of, you're not willing to share power with me. That's bad thing. I might need to sway you as well. Oh, you're my brother. Oh, brother. Literally. The Hermit. Also, that's two Asatru characters back to back. A grotto emerges from the vegetation like a stone arc in a cathedral. On its entry, there's a small wooden table and a stall. Someone's left a lantern burning on it. Careful, my liege. Gallagher holds his arm up in front of my chest. There are bandits in these lands. You're quick to make accusations. A dimly illuminated figure stands at the entrance to the cave. I'm merely a hermit, and you must be a king. Our hermit would be a great addition to my entourage. How fortunate. Please tell me about my future. Let's just go. Gain travel speed. Since I don't have to pay for this one, tell me about my future. I'll ask a hermit K for free, but I'm not giving 2 nickels to someone in a crazy tent. The hermit takes a second before replying. He gets up and waits until I follow. There's some herbs scattered around in what seems to be a rudimentary bed. He turns to me when we're away from my entourage, and if an oddly deeper voice replies, "The fire shall talk, and silver shall flow from the hoof of lowing cattle." How insightful. I will remember this. And that's a marshal. Let's see. Not mine. Who actually owns Viking? So a member of the Yingling does own Viking, and Magnus does hold all of Thordalog. I think that's how it's pronounced, Thordalog. Let's see. I have arrived in Sukatun to pay homage to you, glorious king. As a show of my loyalty, a pledge of submission alone is evidence enough of my honor. I will receive Count Olaf. In the tent that is the temporary courtroom. I wait patiently on my temporary throne for the arrival of Count Olaf, who is soon announced and ushered before me. He kneels in deference, offering nothing but his oath to faithfully serve as a vassal of the kingdom. At last, I bid the Count arise, confirming my satisfaction and Olaf's right to the lands he rules in my stead. Serve me well, Count Olaf. And before I continue on, get strategist and switch to family focus. Question, is my wife coming with me? She is, so hopefully we get a kid. I don't like that ill is an option for one of the choices. On our way through Morar, we appeared to have stumbled into a local food market. Everywhere, peasants and nobles of every culture and tongue clamor around exotic food stalls. The air thick with fragrances I never had imagined. My nose was drawn to a lowly stall stacked with a dish I can only dream of. I'm pulled out of my haze by the halting grasp of Sigismund. Do not waste your palate on this slop, my lord. Bowls of stew are for peasants. We have much finer food that's at home. Sigismund, my courtier. I'm the king, and I want my bowl of stew, for it will be a good meal. I want my bowl of stew. Let's go. That reminds me, I need to try and get... Hey! I know Lord the Vargard tongue. Nice. Let's see. How long can it take me to get a claim? We do not have a casus belli, and I am on activity. I just need to get in good relations with the Pope. Easier said than done. Real quick, let's see my vessels. You're fine. Let's get my brother to like me instead. We'll start some correspondence on the way here. But at the tournament, before we actually get there, it's a tribe. Win contests at this grand tournament at the cost of all else. It's often leads to increased progress, victory, rewards, and special options. And I don't need to relax. I can recruit powerful knights, I can murder, I can seduce. Do I try? As much as I need to give it a try. I need to give it a try. Good. I need to give it a try. I need a son. Oh, excuse me. Let's see what's down here. The contest gradient increase. The Peldister foot trait. Both of these increase foot trait. Let's see, prowess and martial, and prowess per level stress plus 4. Jeez. Number of knights and size of regular arms, bow, small boost, and army gold maintenance. That's pretty good. Horse, renown, and prowess per level of fame. That's actually really good. Wit, diplomacy, monthly lifestyle experience, and army movement. Not gonna lie, all those are really good in their own right. Let's see. I think I'll participate in this one. Yeah, I think I'll participate. So I need to qualify. Threshold is 10. King Manus II. All of that. And other 24 contestants. I think I should do well. See, I have a powers of 21. Although, I kind of do want to try this, though. Oh, we'll see. I arrived at the site of the tournament here in Nomodefik. I'm sorry, all my Norwegian viewers. I'm very sorry. Though not all the revelers have yet arrived, throngs of people wander through the colorful surroundings, all looking forward to the forthcoming display of skill and prowess. The first order of business for me, of course, will be winning the heart of Gyoda. I can't wait to start. So before I do that, go to the village, the closest settlement. Here you may get country control, popular opinion, and interaction with its inhabitants. You will automatically visit a locale after 58 days. I could go to the temple, a calm place, pray for your victory, or test your faith. Tavern, a place of rest, sit down, and get a chance to reduce your stress. Tourney grounds, the training area. Let's see. Arsons, I could get artifacts and new clothes. And the tent camp. I think I'm going to the tourney ground first. So, impress. The tourney grounds are bustling with preparations. The pages run around carrying pieces of armor that make them look like tiny scarecrows. Wait! One of them yells, picking up a helmet. I hear a familiar giggle coming from the tribunes, and I see Gyoda, surrounded by other women who cover their mouths with handkerchiefs. She doesn't wave at me. She doesn't need to. Coming for some exercise. Niels walked past me, raising his chin. You'll need it. I'll make sure Gyoda is looking. It's a prowess challenge, 95% chance. There's only one person I need to impress. Myself. We'll go with the prowess challenge. Again. All this is to make us is to get a son. I'm desperate. Desperate times, desperate measures. Highest quality. My lord, look at that wood, the grain, the density. I've never seen such fine quality before. My beneficiary, Atu, breaks away from our market procession to accost the merchant selling the coveted item. Ecstatic over his find. With this, my project would reach new heights. I could create something truly marvelous. Please, my king, bestow this gift upon me. The project is worth investing in. You know what? Yeah, your project is worth investing in. I'll go into a slight debt. Duel! Contest begins. Let's see. I am fighting you, Count Feast of Dale. 29 prowess to my 21. Oh boy. Contestants march into the field, taking their places around the sparring quad. As the herald announced the contest's commencement, the squad off ring is being looked over in the background, rattled and shaken to ensure no give should a contestant crash into it. Okay. The dual qualifiers have come to an end, and it's clear who will be put forward for the quarterfinal as it stands. The varied pitches and volumes of the crowd's cheers leave no question as to the favorites. For my first bout, I have been paired against my vassal Count Feast of Dale. I am ready. And I could place a bet, but I just went to debt. Of course, Feast will concede to his liege. I could just make this guy go. I could just make this guy lose. But you know what? I am a noble king. Although I have done some questionable things and continue to do so, I am a noble king. I am ready to face Count Feast. Quarterfinals, a handy option. It happens in a split second. As our blades clash thunderously, the hilt of Feast's weapon slips past, backing off the back of my sword hand. Reeling backwards to gain some space, I clutch at my hand with my free one, sword held limply in front of me. The throbbing pain radiates up my arm as I wriggle my fingers curiously. It appears to not be heavily damaged, if it is at all. The inspection is tricky as I weave backwards to avoid a blow from the advancing Feast. He grins, clearly seeing an advantage, and sails another blow just past my flank. I can't simply dodge forever. My hand will need to be dealt with, one way or another. There's only one thing for it. Let's see. Combined powers and intrigue challenge against Feast. 34%. Your skull increase moderately. You gain ambidextrous. So I just hold in my good hand. That could actually be pretty good. Or whatever happens, I do not back down. So, for 56% chance, all onlookers gain 5 opinion of you. 43% chance I gain the trait wounded, and my score decreases mutantly. And I will lose stress because I'm brave and wrathful. Whatever happens, happens. Hey, let's go! A screeching chorus of metal on metal rings out as two blades scrape down each other's links, sparks glittering as they fall to the ground. I look for advantages, thinking back to when I saw an opportunity to use my other hand during the duel. The duel is still so close, as victor could still be either of us. We advance upon each other once more. We are both battered, both tired, and there can only be one winner. I must remember my training. 60% chance I can increase my... What are you, scared? 40% chance. One final bluff might decide this. Or, come on, let us fight. No. I may be getting gone in years and so is feast. But we both must remember our training. I am the King of Sweden, a man of honor, a man that does what is right because it needs to be done. Steel on steel. My very thrust goes wide. My opponent, contemptuously not even bothering to weave out of its inaccurate attempt. Instead, I found myself instantly on the defensive, parrying blow after blow without being able to answer with any of my own. I backpedaled desperately, weaving and dodging anything to stay the fight. Feast changes tack suddenly, and I sense the end is near. I do my best to keep my guard against his storming blows, but the last catches my blade awkwardly, breaking my grip and knocking it into the dirt. The judge is calling an end. I have lost. Confounded. Well done. Might count. The bout between Beg and Duke Ogman has been decided. After an unsatisfying one-sided bout, no one was surprised when Bragg battered Ogman to the ground, forcing a forfeit. Bragg is through to the semifinals. 23-5. Wow, why were you even in here, man? Don't mess with the Swedish knights. The dual quarterfinals are over. The herald booms. Count Fultus of Dale, Count Harkin of Nordmark, Bragg and Asbjorn have reached the semifinals. An interesting round. The bout between Dag and Count Harkin has been decided. After an unsatisfying one-sided bout, no one was surprised when Bragg dishonored Harkin and forced him to concede. Bragg is through to the final. Again, not a bad fight. Good job, Bragg. Master of the hunt and my acclaimed knights. You are doing well in giving honor to your king. The bout between Count Face and Asbjorn has been decided. It was closely fought, but in the end, Face battered Asbjorn to the ground, forcing a forfeit. Face is through. Final round. You both fought well, and I am proud no matter what. Well done. The dual semifinals are over. The heralds boom. Count Fist of Dale and Count and Bragg have reached the final. An interesting round. You're doing well, Thies, but remember your training. And Bragg, remember yours as well. And this is over, I might have something for you. Ooh, I like this art. My wary thrust goes wide. My opponent contemptuously not even Hey, is that me? The bout between Bragg and Count Feast has been decided. After unsatisfying one-sided bouts, no one was surprised when Bragg disarmed Feast and forced him to concede. This means Bragg has won the duel. Bragg beat Feast? It was not your day, Feast. Well done, Bragg. Trumpets sound, the crowd clamors. Competitors begin to assemble. The contest is over, and someone's moment in the sun is being readied. A herald steps forward, voice booming out across the scene. After many trials, some tribulations, and above all else, some truly spirited competition, Bragg beat Count Feast in the final. Bragg is our winner. I must put more effort next time, I think to myself, watching the victor's arms be raised. There's always next time, but you have both done well. All of you have done well. And I didn't qualify for the wrestling tournament, but I will spectate. But I think I'll go to the tavern. Mysterious revelry. Food and drink is abundant during the tournament. To the delight of the attendees, 3 peasants in particular seem to be sharing what looks like an entire keg of wine. Yeah, for that, you swine, one sputters drunkenly, liply throwing a rock at his neighbor. God, I am sorry. The victim covers his face, deflecting the attack. Help me, Balder. Balder? Alright. You're on your own, dear. Yonder. The last one exclaims, drawing the entire mug in one big gulp. Higme, Hyunda, and Balder. They are blind, drunk. Should be trivial to rally them up. Disgusting. Yep. I think I will withdraw from the wrestling competition. That's what was saying. Alright, let's go to the village. Old as stone. A visit to Nande Fiki was exactly what I need to relax before the contest. As I promenade through the streets, I see local children emulating a battle, using sticks as their weapons and yelling some, "For the honor of my house," and multiple, "Yeah!" I stopped to admire one of the most prominent buildings, proudly standing in the middle of the square. As I inspect it a bit closer, however, I quickly noticed some ancient inscriptions. Huh. I've never studied this ancient language. My learning has to be less than 8 forts? That? I will remember that. The stolen McFine walls back home. Gain ancient plaque. Which is just prestige. Alright. We must keep learning from them. The development progress in the county of Upland will increase by... We must keep learning from them. Let's see. Arrayed around the sand, shirtless contestants warm up for their bouts as the herald announces the contest's commencement. Some of the competitors rub dirt onto themselves, others opt for oils, all looking for a scant advantage in the coming bouts. The wrestling qualifiers have come to an end, and it's clear who will be put forward for the quarterfinals as it stands. The very pitches and volumes of the crowd's cheers leave no question as to the favorites. A newcomer called Stikatiig, famed in his locality, has arrived seeking to make a name for himself. May the best win. And we'll put some gold. Let's see. Duke Ogmund is going up against Count Håkon. Count Feast is going up against Niels. Who is this newcomer? 17. I think I'll place a bet on Count Feast. Though, does have a penalty here. Powers -3. Wicked Hangover. Jeez. You know what? I'm going to place a bet on Brig. I think he is the best to win. The bout between Brig and Esbern has been decided. Both contestants make good showings of their skills, but ultimately, Brig firmly pinned Esbern and was declared the winner. Brig is through to the semi-finals. Let's go. And Count Håkon and Brig, Niels and Sigtur have reached the semi-finals. Feast lost? Niels knocked out Feast, jeez. I'm gonna have to get you into my army. Or you probably just got lucky. Brig is through to the finals. Let's go. 3 cheers for Bag. And Stigger is through the final. Ooh. Oh, Håkon, my friend. I'm sorry. Better luck next time. The Herald's Broom as Bag and Sarah have reached the finals. The bout between Bag and Stigger has been decided. After an unsatisfying one-sided bout, no one was surprised when Brag decisively knocked Stigger to the ground. This means Brag has won the wrestling contents. Do not mess with the Swedish Knights. Well done, my friend. Well done in a deserved win and a little extra gold to my pocket. Conclusion. The sun comes down on the final day of the tournament, and the massed crowds begin to disperse. I find myself ruminating over the results. Brag was an indomitable opponent as they took first place in the wrestling and dueling competitions. Gerda resisted my carnal persuasions, however. I look forward to the next one, King Magnus. A farewell. And Brag has become owner of prize armor, which knife effectiveness +8. Wow, that's really good. And prize ring. I need to try and get some of those at some point, but well done, everyone. Well done indeed. Let's head home. As for next bit of what I like to do, I need to try and get the Pope to my favor, as I get my brother to my favor, to try and claim some of these lands here. Let's see, if I can form the duchy, then I need 3 counties, and I only have 1. But, anyway, nothing to really worry about. A duel demanded. An imposing man is standing on the road ahead of us. I'm Nizel and Mora. I bested dozens of men in combat, and honestly, all those fights were dull. So here I am on this road looking for someone better than me, someone I can learn from. If you can best me in combat, I will become a valuable and loyal servant. And so, on this day, I demand to meet one of you in a fair fight. Why is a Bavarian man in the mountains of Scandinavia? You know what? You might be less valuable after I win, but couldn't have Bragg do it. Yeah, I'll have Bragg do it. And you, my good man, you're going to be my knight, and you're going to marry a giant woman who's also All right then. Excellent. Oh, I didn't choose that. Skoglathrone. Tyranny laws plus 10%. Court grandeur plus 3 and 0.4 prestige. This is lovely. My lord, my beneficiary Atu gestured me over to an object, covered in fabric with a wide grin on his face. I have toiled many days and nights, and finally my work is done. He whips the covering off, and my eyes grow wide as I see what's in beneath. A regal throne, a masterful craftsman. The frame is constructed from solid elm posts, and the seat is cushioned with velvet pillows. This is lovely indeed. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. And I think I'm going to change this building to farms and fields. Although I would rather have it be... I'm going to change it to blacksmiths. Though I should probably change it to farms and fields, but I do have this. I do have the trade port, which coupled with the blacksmith will gain my men-at-arms much better. I can always just construct another holding. In fact, I can construct a lot more holdings. Along last, I'm finally home. There's nothing better than arriving back in Upland after a long journey. I look forward to resting for some time, but the call of the road beckons ever onward. My caravan master Guillermo reports that we have journeyed for nearly a year and traversed 21 baronies. It is indeed good to be home. Yeah, I just got home. I'm not going to join another thing, so... no thank you, my good man. But I am going to work off some stress. I'm in the middle of my training where I spot Count Esterd also exercising. I look him up and down, and not only does he appear to be in good health, but also peak physical fitness. I would love to measure my prowess against his. But in what? Should I take multiple factors into account if I wish to win? Raw strength or mix that can include stamina or wits? And my vassal is pretty good. I suggest the two of us wrestle. And I could challenge him to a sparring match. I think I will challenge him to a sparring match. And let's wait, I can form the North Sea Empire? Yeah. Huh. I would need to own Norway, England, and Denmark. That's not what I'm going to do. I plan to make a custom Swedish empire. But good to know. And it looks like Finland is having some internal strife. Now might be... Oh, you're a Christian too. Can I request a claim? No, I can't. Let's see. And I think I'll just declare war on you. Let's see. 10k versus 33. Holy War for Duchy. And... let's go. And I will call in... not you. Really don't need to call in the King of Hungary, but for the fun of it, I will. And my wife is pregnant. Please be a son. You're also ill. Please be a son. Oh, we got there first. Nice. The Battle of Bitten. The Bondi and the Vigman are doing well. The Dark Cave. Oh, I forgot last time we kind of put my title for the Kingdom of Sweden to my nephew, who I'm also educating, Algot. One of the children at court, Elizabeth, has taken the doll of a younger girl and thrown into a nearby cave. My nephew was there and saw it all happen. He ran into the cave and didn't come out for almost half an hour. But when he did, he had retrieved the toy, much to the annoyance of Elizabeth. Very brave, Albert. Perhaps somewhat foolish. But such bravery is commendable. Mer så mycket of no coping. Sorry, my friend. Truly am. I'm definitely building a guild here. And this war is pretty much good as one at this point. Let's see. Alright, my throne. Skoglafen. Oh, that's a very nice throne. I like it indeed. Let's see, I should probably... Oh, first I need... Go put my sister-in-law as my antiquarian. And I'm going to put Svend as my court tutor. And... Hold on. Be my artificer. You, I'm going to release so I can get some money. Even though it doesn't on the war score. A superstitious mind. Last time I saw King Giza, he was superstitiously getting rid of my yellow hat because yellow is an unlucky color for the people of my birth. Says the man that has golden brooches and gold inlays on their cape. The time before, I had to accompany him on ridiculously long detour to avoid a sweeping back cat. It's unlucky, he says. I don't even want to remember the time he thought he had lost his lucky amulet. However, as I catch him throwing away half of my precious salt just because it had been spilled, I feel my patience is wearing thin. But let me show you the error of your ways, my friend. And I am superstitious as well. Alright, I believe you. And my daughter has come of age. Congratulations, Astrid. You might be the future Queen of Sweden. And for coming of age, my tuition of Astrid is at an end. Always the clever girl, Astrid proved time and time again over the course of her studies that she has a natural affinity with the careful planning and more than a little misdirection. She now knows a lot of ways to get what she wants. Most importantly, she is highly aware of the political implications of those wants. Queen Bonna's contributions toward Astrid's education cannot go unmentioned. Her guidance has helped the child reach further than I could have alone. They grow up so fast. And they are proposed to each other. And now that she is of age, she's second in line for the throne. Oh! Sigurd! We have an albino kid! Oh, Bon, you have been so brave, so strong. Words cannot describe my love for you. And now we have a perfect little son. Who will you become, my child? And what shall I call you? You shall be called Grim. May you grow strong and wise, my son. And an extra hand. In the course of helping me administer my realm as my right-hand man, Berg and I have discovered that we have a lot in common. We have built up a strong rapport during our time working together. As a result of this, and I find myself wondering what the future will hold from us. We shall become good friends. I have a son. Where are you, my boy? You may just... He is not an inbred freak. He's a perfect little boy. A creeping suspicion. There's something odd about my guest, Trilled, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Perhaps it's just my imagination running amok. Nevertheless, that ominous feeling is keeping me up at night. Spy Master Inga must investigate. Why are you not showing power anymore, brother? He's not a freak, he's a good kid. Well, I will educate myself. I think all my kids are getting educated. Good. I still gonna want to ask you to take your vows. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. I think I'll definitely ask you. Just in case I do need to get need to go back to Astrid. Inga has concluded her investigation of Troll's activities empty-handed. She found no proof of criminal activity or other dark deeds, not even any suspicious rumors. But it seems like I was mistaken this time. It was not time wasted. Tonight, I will sleep like a babe. Better safe than sorry. And we have officially won the war. But after all this time, I finally have a son. He's albino, which is weird. I never had an albino kid. And let's see, what? Not that. We have started going down the congenital traits. So we will be getting another point soon. Which we have one king and one baron, so I might have to do a strat where I invade another country and release it as an independent kingdom. Probably Frisia. I think that would be fun to do. Like have a little Swedish conclave in Frisia. Although that might be tough. Or maybe invading the Russian area and getting that as a independent conclave. And obviously there will be this here. But what I've been asking for nearly 3 episodes now. I have a son. Oh, I can construct the university there. But first, I'm going to... Let's see. I'll build a monastery here. That I have a son. Finally, I have a son. And with that, I'm going to call the episode here. It's getting late for me and I gotta be up early in the morning, but things are starting to look in an interesting direction for House Stenkil. Oh, and for all that, I've been Type 1 Dragon. You have all been awesome. And as always, stay safe out there. Oh, Khadua.